Good morning.
Hey, what's up good people, it's YellowMotion here. Finally, one of the most anticipated and long-awaited games for many, including myself, has gotten a release date. I'm of course talking about The Last of Us Part 2, coming out February 21, 2020 next year. As we got a brand new trailer during PlayStation's third episode of State of Play, and oh my, the game looks simply gorgeous, as we got to see more of the story, gameplay, characters, and last but not least, the full reveal of Joel.
You think I'd let you do this on your own?
As a huge fan of the first game, I'm so stoked that we finally have a solid release date, and I can't wait to go back into this world and to see what the game has in store for Joel and Ellie, and how Naughty Dog has crafted this game. So the hype train to the release has officially begun, and Neil Druckman made a blog post telling a little bit more about the game, but also revealing the 5 different editions that the game comes with. So first, Neil talked a bit about the production of the game, saying that they have been eager to share more about the game and telling us the release date, as they wanted to wait until they were close to wrapping up production and were confident in the date itself. As that's now the case, and it's safe to assume that the game itself is nearly finished, and these upcoming months up to its release will be used to polish pretty much everything up. As from a few months ago back in April, Neil shared a photo of Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson, who of course play Joel and Ellie, wrapping up their last shooting of the game. Neil then continued to say that they've begun working on this game over 5 years ago, and it's hard to describe the immense pressure of following up the first game, as they know how much the fans love this world and its characters, especially Joel and Ellie. So Naughty Dog being the creators and as fans themselves, they spent years crafting a game where they felt they will do justice, by telling a nuanced story that deals with the core question: how far would you go to exact justice against the people that are the ones you love? As The Last of Us Part 2 is a highly emotional story, with complex themes that creates escalating moral conflicts, created by Ellie's pursuit of vengeance, and a cycle of violence will challenge your notions of right versus wrong, good versus evil, and hero versus villain. Neil also then continues by saying that they've realized pretty early on that they were putting and making Naughty Dog's most ambitious and longest game in their 35 years of history. As to tell this kind of story, the game needed to be massive. And that's quite huge, guys, since it's already been reported that the game itself will be on 2 discs, pretty much like how Red Dead Redemption 2 was, with a separate install disc for the contents and the other one being the play disc, meaning that the amounts of contents of the game is pretty huge. I mean, things like the many different locations, the characters, enemies, pretty much everything and more, all in high fidelity. And what Neil says about the game being the longest they've ever made already says enough of what you can expect from it, as it pretty much looks like it's going to be a beast of a game. And I'm so glad. It's definitely going to be a long ride and an experience for sure. So moving on to the various editions of The Last of Us Part 2, as we have 5 different editions, and here's a quick breakdown of each. So the base standard edition of the game is both available in physical and digital, and by pre-ordering it, you will unlock 2 in-game items. The first one being the ammo capacity upgrade, that upgrades the capacity of Ellie's pistol. The second one is the crafting training manual, as it provides access to new crafting recipes and upgrades. And by pre-ordering the digital version, you will also get a special PSN avatar of Ellie's tattoo, and this is digital only. And also something to note is that the box art cover that you're seeing right now is not final, so keep that in mind. Next up we have the Digital Deluxe Edition, which gives you a base game, along with the PS4 dynamic theme of the game, a set of 6 PSN avatars, a digital soundtrack of the game, and a digital mini art book from Dark Horse. By pre-ordering, you will also unlock the 2 items, as well as the special PSN avatar of Ellie's tattoo. Next up, we have the Special Edition, and that comes with a special steelbook that includes the physical copy of the game, and you will also get the physical version of the 48-page mini art book from the game. And along with that, you will get the PS4 dynamic theme and the 6 PSN avatars. And of course, if you pre-order it, you will get the previous mentioned pre-order bonuses. As with the collector's edition of The Last of Us Part 2, it pretty much comes with the contents of the special edition and the deluxe edition combined, which are the special steelbook of the game, the 48-page mini art book, and all of the digital contents, such as the soundtrack, avatar, the PS4 theme, and a digital version of the art book. But on top of that, what makes it more special is that you get a beautifully crafted 12-inch Ellie statue and a life-size replica of Ellie's bracelet. You also get a set of 6 enamel pins, a lithograph art print with a thank you letter, and a set of 5 stickers. And of course, the pre-order bonuses, if you pre-order it. And last but not least, there is the Ultimate Edition of The Last of Us Part 2, known as the Ellie Edition. And that is pretty much all of the contents of the Collector's Edition that I've just mentioned, plus a fully sized, fully functional recreation of Ellie's backpack. You'll also get a special patch and a 7-inch vinyl record featuring the music from the original soundtrack. And that pretty much wraps up the various editions of The Last of Us Part 2. And if you want to get one of those special editions, well, don't wait too long because many places already have them sold out, so yeah. And there you have it, guys, we have the final release date, the various editions, and much more gameplay and impressions to look forward to from The Last of Us Part 2. It's finally here, the countdown has begun, and it's really happening. So guys, how stoked are you for the release of The Last of Us Part 2? What do you think of the game so far from what you've seen, and what are your overall impressions? Well guys, jump into the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. And while you're here guys, if you like this video, please do me a favor by liking and sharing it, as that helps me greatly. And that'll do it for me for this one. Thanks for being here and thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.